Listen to me carefully. There comes a point in life when you wake up, look in the mirror, and you're either disgusted or you're proud. A moment when you ask yourself, am I living as a winner or am I lying to myself every single day? Because let's be honest, most people lie to themselves. They say I'm trying. They say I'll start tomorrow. They say life's hard. But those are just excuses to stay weak. And the truth is this: nobody is coming to save you. Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody is going to hand you victory. You either decide right now that you're going to win, or you accept that you're going to lose. Victory is a choice, not a chance. Most people live their lives hoping that something magical will happen one day, that luck will knock on their door and success will fall into their lap. They sit around waiting for the stars to align, for someone to give them an opportunity, for circumstances to suddenly change in their favor. But life doesn't work that way. Waiting for chance is the mindset of the weak. Waiting for chance is surrendering your destiny to luck, and luck is unreliable. Winners know that victory has nothing to do with chance and everything to do with choice. Every day, you are faced with decisions. Small ones, big ones, painful ones. And those decisions are shaping your future. You either choose the hard path of discipline, sacrifice, and consistency, or you choose the easy path of comfort, laziness, and excuses. If you choose comfort today, don't be surprised when tomorrow brings regret. But if you choose discipline today, tomorrow rewards you with strength, confidence, and progress. Victory doesn't come to the one who hopes. It comes to the one who acts again and again, even when they don't feel like it. You cannot control luck, but you can control your choices. You can control your effort, your focus, your habits, your actions. When you wake up early instead of sleeping in, when you train instead of making excuses, when you study instead of wasting hours, when you keep moving forward despite failure, that's you choosing victory. Every rep in the gym, every late night of grinding, every decision to push when others quit, that's you declaring, I'm going to win. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop praying for luck to find you. Stop blaming circumstances. Victory isn't something that might happen to you. It's something you decide will happen because you refuse to accept anything less. The truth is simple. Winners don't wait for luck. They choose victory. They create victory. They live victory. And once you make that choice fully, with no retreat, no excuses, no surrender, you become unstoppable. Discipline outlives motivation. Motivation is fragile. It's that spark you feel after watching a video, hearing a speech, or having a good day. But sparks burn out. Motivation is here today and gone tomorrow, and if you build your life around it, you'll never last. The truth is, motivation is not enough to win, because winning requires consistency, and consistency is built on discipline. Discipline is the unshakable foundation that keeps you moving forward when motivation disappears. Think about it. How many times have you felt motivated to start something, only to quit when it became boring, hard, or inconvenient? That's because you were relying on a feeling instead of a decision. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a habit. Discipline is stronger than emotions. It doesn't matter if you're tired, if you're bored, if you don't feel like it. Discipline says, do it anyway. That's why winners are not driven by bursts of excitement. They are driven by discipline. Discipline is waking up when the alarm rings, even when the bed feels warm. Discipline is sticking to your training when your body aches. Discipline is working on your dream when nobody is watching and nobody is applauding. Discipline doesn't care about feelings. Discipline is about action, and here's the beauty of it. While motivation fades, discipline grows. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Every great achievement in history was built not on temporary motivation, but on relentless discipline. Athletes, warriors, leaders, entrepreneurs, they all have days when they feel like quitting. The difference is, they don't listen to those feelings. They let discipline guide them instead of emotion. That's why they last. That's why they win. So understand this. Discipline is freedom. Discipline is power. Motivation might get you started, but discipline is what keeps you going when motivation runs dry. If you want to be unstoppable, you must train your mind to obey discipline, not moods. When you live by discipline, you don't need motivation because your actions are no longer negotiable. They are automatic. That's how winners are built. That's why discipline always outlives motivation. Your future self depends on today's fight. Every single action you take today is an investment in the person you will become tomorrow. 10 years from now, you're going to meet a version of yourself. That version will either stand proud, strong, and grateful for the sacrifices you made, or it will look back with regret, anger, and disappointment because you chose comfort over growth. The truth is, the future is not shaped by luck, it is shaped by your fight today. Every decision you make right now is writing the story you will live tomorrow. Most people don't think this way. They live only for the moment, chasing pleasure, avoiding pain, convincing themselves that their choices don't matter. They eat what they want, waste their time, skip the work, and tell themselves, "I'll do it later." But later never comes, years pass, and they wake up trapped in a body they hate, stuck in a life they didn't want, wondering how it all went wrong. The answer is simple. They didn't fight when it mattered. They surrendered when life tested them, and that surrender built a weak future. But if you choose to fight today, your future self will thank you. Every drop of sweat, every sacrifice, every sleepless night is not for nothing. It's building a stronger, sharper, more powerful version of you. That future version of you will walk taller, breathe easier, and face life with unshakable confidence because you chose to endure the fight today. Imagine the pride of looking in the mirror 10 years from now and saying, "I did it. I fought when it was hard. I didn't quit. And this life I'm living now is the reward." The fight is not just about success, money, or status. It's about freedom. It's about building a future where you are not a prisoner of regret. Regret is the heaviest chain a man can wear, and the only way to break it is to fight with everything you've got today. Every rep you push in the gym, every hour you dedicate to your craft, every time you choose discipline over laziness, you are investing in your future. Excuses die, legacy lives. Every excuse you make today will fade into nothing, but the legacy you leave will outlive you. Excuses are temporary lies we tell ourselves to justify weakness. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I don't have the resources. I'll start tomorrow. They feel powerful in the moment, but they leave no mark on the world. Nobody remembers excuses. Nobody respects excuses. Excuses vanish into thin air the moment they are spoken. But legacy is eternal. Legacy is the story they tell about you when you're gone. Legacy is the proof that you stood tall, fought hard, and refused to surrender. The truth is, excuses only serve one purpose: to comfort failure. Every time you give in to an excuse, you kill an opportunity, you kill progress, you kill the chance to build something bigger than yourself. But when you reject excuses and keep moving forward no matter how hard it gets, you are building a foundation that can't be erased. People may not see your struggle today, they may not understand your sacrifices, but one day, when your victories shine, they will know the truth. You refused excuses, and that's why you built a legacy. Think about the greatest names in history, the ones we still talk about generations later. Do we know their excuses? Do we remember the days they were tired, broke, or beaten down? No. We remember their achievements. We remember their courage. We remember their legacy. That's what lives on. Nobody cares that you had it hard. Nobody cares that the odds were stacked against you. They only care whether you fought or folded. And when you choose to fight, your name, your story, your example becomes a light for those who come after you. Excuses are weak because they die with you. They vanish into the grave, but your legacy will continue breathing long after you take your last breath. Every choice you make today is either writing an excuse or writing your legacy. When you choose to quit, you leave nothing behind. But when you choose to push forward, when you choose to bleed, sweat, and fight for what you believe in, you're planting seeds that will grow even after you're gone. You don't get remembered for what you almost did. You don't get remembered for what you talked about. You get remembered for what you fought for, what you accomplished, what you stood for. That is the difference between an average life and a legendary life. Excuses fade, but legacy echoes through time. So the next time you feel that voice whispering an excuse into your mind, kill it. Replace it with the thought of your legacy. Ask yourself, what do I want them to say about me when I'm gone? That I had excuses, or that I left behind a legacy worth remembering? The answer is simple. Excuses die, legacy lives. Choose the legacy. Winners don't wait, they create. The difference between those who win and those who lose is simple. Losers wait, winners act. Losers sit around hoping for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect conditions to start. They waste years waiting for luck, waiting for someone to hand them a chance, waiting for life to somehow change on its own. But winners know the truth. There is no perfect moment, no guaranteed chance, no magic door that opens by itself. Winners don't wait for opportunities, they create them with their own hands, their own sweat, their own relentless drive. Waiting is the mindset of the powerless. Waiting is surrendering control of your life to fate. And that's why most people remain average. They spend their entire lives waiting for something that never comes. Winners refuse to wait because they know that time is the one resource you can never get back. Every second wasted waiting is a second stolen from your future. Every day you hesitate is a day you could have been building. Winners don't waste time. They treat time as a weapon, using every hour to move closer to victory. Creation is the weapon of the strong. Winners create their own paths when none exist. They build businesses when no one is hiring. They train their bodies when everyone else is sleeping. They learn skills when others are wasting time. Winners understand that the world owes them nothing, so they take what they need by creating it. If the door is locked, they break it open. If the road doesn't exist, they carve one. If nobody believes in them, they still believe in themselves enough to keep building. Every breakthrough in history was created, not waited for. The great leaders, innovators, and warriors who changed the world didn't sit around hoping someone would notice them. They made themselves impossible to ignore. They didn't pray for the world to change. They forced it to change with their effort, their discipline, their courage. That's what separates a winner from the rest. The refusal to wait, the decision to create. So the question you must ask yourself is this: are you waiting or are you creating? Are you sitting around hoping things will get better, or are you putting in the work to make them better? Are you living passively or are you building aggressively? The answer will determine your future, because every day you wait, you're losing. Every day you create, you're winning. Stop waiting for the right time. It doesn't exist. Stop waiting for permission. It's never coming. Stop waiting for luck, it's not real. Winners don't wait, winners create. And if you want to be a winner, you must decide right now to stop hoping and start building, to stop dreaming and start doing, to stop waiting and start creating the life you know you deserve. That is the mindset that builds champions. That is the mindset that makes history. Victory is not something handed to you, it's something you choose. Every single day you are given the chance to decide, will I win or will I surrender? Victory is a choice, not a chance, and those who dare to choose it, no matter the cost, are the ones who rise. But the truth is, choosing victory once is not enough. Motivation might get you started, but motivation fades. It's discipline that carries you through the darkness. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel, it demands action. Discipline is the unshakable force that will outlive every burst of temporary motivation, and that's why the disciplined always outlast the motivated. And as you fight today, remember this: your future self depends on what you do now. The version of you 10 years from now is watching. He will either thank you for your sacrifice or hate you for your weakness. The fight you give today is the gift or the curse you hand to your future self. Excuses won't save you, they die with you. Excuses vanish into nothing, but legacy lives forever. You won't be remembered for what you almost did. You'll be remembered for what you fought for, what you built, and what you refused to quit on. Winners understand this, and that's why they don't wait. They create. They don't sit around hoping for luck. They take the raw materials of pain, struggle, and discipline, and they create opportunity with their own hands. So when you leave here, carry this truth with you. Excuses fade, motivation fades, time fades, but your legacy will not. Choose victory, build discipline, fight today, create your future, and no matter the obstacles, never forget these words: I'm going to win.